everybody, welcome back to the Rocky Run Angus Ranch. Just going to do a little update video quick as to the snow situation from our October blizzard. Stupid thing always zooms in right off the bat. I don't have a whole lot of battery, so it's going to be short. But if you kind of look around, you see a lot of the snow is disappearing. Here's that pasture where the cows were away from home in. A lot of it's gone already. Sorry if there's wind noise. It's a nice little breeze out tonight, which is good because it's helping get rid of the snow. But it was 52 degrees today. It was close to 50 yesterday. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, which helped get rid of the snow too. But again, that can be bad too. Because when snow melts fast, you get a lot of water. And there was a lot of water content in the snow that we got this last weekend. If you look at that nice big drift right there, that's the product of what we had this last week. You can see the nice waterway cut in there also. But the Rocky Run is up and out of its banks again. This is actually a dam right here. The Rocky Run is kind of it's not really considered a lake, but it's on the other side of that. And the spillway, I guess you could say, comes around through here and runs down and along. And it actually goes quite a long ways. It's kind of just a little creek, but it runs a long ways. And it actually comes from quite a ways west too. My uncle's farm is 9 miles from here. And it actually runs through his farm too. So, his cows that pee in the creek, it comes down here. But, anyways, I just want to do a little update video quick to show what it looks like now. We had, I think, they showed models or final snowfall totals. We had about 2 feet here, 27 inches in town where I work. And as you kind of go east, it kind of gets less and less. But you get west of where I work a little bit, and they had 30 inches, which is pretty wild. And again, there's a lot of moisture content in this snow, so it was wet, heavy. Everybody's having the same problem. Nothing wanted to move. You almost had to scoop everything and move it and dump it. It was a major pain. But what do you do? I guess we do as much as we can do. We get along the best we can. Farmers are the most resilient people in the world. You know, it's obviously with the markets and stuff the way they are. This time of year is quite depressing, especially this year, and especially with the weather we're having. All the moisture we have, yeah, the diamond and the goat's ass is next spring we'll have moisture, but gosh, the way it looks, there's still going to be people combining 19 crop next spring. Because as of right now, most people are talking about waiting till freeze up to even get into the fields now. And that's bad for ranchers that are chopping corn and stuff like that. Because the corn's going to be all dried out. In fact, we got a killing frost over this last weekend with that storm. And the corn is going to start drying down pretty fast now, and it's going to lose a lot of its feed quality. Basically, all it's going to be left is the dry leaves and stalk roughage, and the corn stalk, the corn cob and the corn. So it's not good. It's not good for anybody right now. It's, yeah, it's that time of year, but with all the moisture we've had, nobody's been able to get anything done. We haven't had more than 1 to 2 days a week of actual conducive weather for harvest or anything, any kind of harvest, whether it be, picking up grain off the ground or chopping silage, feed for animals. Even cutting hay this summer was a battle with the moisture we had. Now, you don't want to cuss the moisture and the precipitation we've been getting, because the last 3 to 4 years we've been in a drought, and it's kind of been the other way. Unfortunately, a lot of people around the area are short on hay this year, and yeah, it sounds crazy with all the rain we've had, but we were still in that drought this spring, so the grass didn't get a good start, and it just took forever for it to get going. Once it finally started raining in mid-June, early June, late May, the grass kind of took off, but it was almost too late for it already. So it didn't get a good go, so what do you do? So we're trying to make do the best we can. There's going to be a lot of guys looking to buy hay. Fortunately, there's people around that make hay to sell it. Unfortunately, it's going to be a hot commodity this year, which is bad for those of us that have to sell it. My uncle, who hasn't had to buy hay in years and years, is looking to buy hay this spring. I don't really care to go over here, but as you can kind of see, it's having to go under this concrete bridge culvert deal to get underneath there. But this is my pasture. Stinking cows crossed the water again. I don't know if they crossed it this morning before it really came up. The water from upstream must have really came busting down today, because it wasn't like this yesterday or last night, or I couldn't see it even this morning. But anyways, I think actually a lot of the grass in the pastures is going to be okay, because we had snow on top of it before we got those frosts. It kind of froze last night a little bit, not real hard. It was like a 31-degree deal. There's frost on the windshields this morning, but it wasn't the hard frost, so I don't know if it was enough to kill the grass or not. But I mean, it's that time of year too where the grass is going to start going backwards, and since it didn't have a good start this this spring, it's not real thick and lush either. So as you can see in this pasture out here, you can dang near see a gopher running half a mile away. But anyways, not trying to complain. There's a lot of good things to be thankful for. Right now it's just we kind of have blurred vision to see those things with the way things are going. But calves look good, cows look good. I haven't been able to see my replacement heifers here for quite a while. When I was spraying this summer, I was going by there once in a while. I got to take a look at them. But I haven't been over that way for a month and a half now. Sounds like from what my uncle says, they're doing pretty good, and other people that drive by and know we have them there say they're doing pretty good. So I hope they're looking good. So I'm looking forward to seeing them again and getting them back. I got a couple cows in the herd that I'm going to be looking to call this year. Older cows, their calves just aren't that great. I had one older cow. Even in the middle of the winter this last year, even December, she was looking like she was having issues. She was always the last one to the feed, but she never really showed any more issue than that, other than she was slow and kind of sluggish. And she was big. We just kind of thought maybe she had either twins or a big calf in her. Well, she calved this spring, and it was just this dinky little crappy calf. And I'm thinking, by the looks of him, he's still alive. He's making it, but I'm thinking that she's already weaned him from her on their own, because he looks like crap. But that's the way it goes. That's why we keep back replacement heifers, to replace these cows that we need to call out, because the idea is to keep a nice even set of calves when they get to market, and for keeping back replacement heifers for next year. So anyways, kind of long-winded tonight, I guess, but we had a really nice day today. Unfortunately, that means we got a bunch of water running and stuff isn't drying up, but I guess it kind of is. The snow is drying up in the fields. Where there's standing crop in the fields yet, obviously there's snow standing it, but in the bare fields and stuff, they're drying out. They're bare already, so things are drying out. It's going to take a little while. I'm hopeful that we'll have a little bit of a fall yet, and we're not going to jump back into winter. They're talking kind of a wet cycle again coming for us starting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Next week, Wednesday, myself, my wife, and my son leave for Mayo Clinic in Rochester. He has a checkup again. He has a checkup every 6 months. I'll explain a little bit more about what that's about. Maybe we'll do a video on our way down there or something. But anyways, Mayo Clinic is literally the best hospital in the friggin' world as far as I'm concerned. The doctors are amazing, so it's always kind of nice to go down there. But there's a lot going on. There's obviously a ton of people that go there, so the appointments are kind of spread out over 2 to 3 days, which is fine because it gets us out of the house and gets us, you know, away for a few days, and so we can kind of refresh our mind for a little while, get away from things. So looking forward to that. I think we all are, and make sure my boy's doing good yet. So but anyways, everybody, I hope you're all having a good Thursday, I guess it is. Finally Friday coming up tomorrow. Hopefully gonna work on maybe some corral stuff this weekend. It's awfully muddy yet, but I'm thinking about maybe trying to take advantage of the wet, soft ground, saturated ground, and instead of digging holes and tamping posts, maybe well, my phone died on me last night, so I'm at work this morning, and we're sitting around, and a water boy went out to check on something and noticed there was some sewer water sitting out front. I think this dang thing, evacuation pump, or the pump that pumps from the tank out to the drain field, took a shit, pun intended. So we're pumping water just to get it down enough so we can get a hold of the rope and pull the pump out and replace it. We do have a replacement pump on hand, but it's one that this pump hasn't been touched in who knows how long. But anyways, I'm in town, I'm at work. We got 27 inches of snow here this last weekend, and see all the standing beans here yet. They actually look like they fared pretty decent. They are standing yet. I think if the snow would melt and the old sky ball would do its job, a lot of the stuff could get harvested yet, provided we don't get this inch of rain that they're calling for this weekend, which I'm not looking forward to. We don't need it. But anyways, I was talking about taking my son down to Rochester. That is next week. We leave Wednesday. Got appointments Thursday, Friday. Hopefully come back Friday, as long as the appointments are Friday morning and they can get everything taken care of. So anyways, everybody, I'm gonna just leave you there, and any questions or comments, or if you got anything you'd like to see that I don't show very often. I know I haven't showed a whole lot about the cows except for in the storm, but I am planning on weaning here soon, so I will be bringing cows home and getting them in and, you know, separated. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for vaccinations yet, but anyways, that's what we got coming in the near future. So if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you hit the little notification bell so you know when I upload a new video, and we'll catch you all later. Have a good day.